There you are back in school, you've prepared all year and you're ready to graduate, and yet they won't let you graduate. Or there you are back in school, you've been preparing for your test, but you can't take your test. You've lost your pencil breaks, something comes in and stops you from taking your test. Have you had school dreams before? They're very common to have school dreams, and we might be having them more right now because it's back to school time. Hi, I'm Karen, and I dream a lot. I like to study and talk about dreams and dream interpretation, so if you'd like to talk about dreams, join me in the comments below. Let me know. What was your last school dream? What was happening in it? In this video, I'm going to talk about 12 different things it can mean if you dream about school. This doesn't mean there are only 12 possible meanings. It can actually mean a lot of things, and it depends on if you were taking a test, or if you were giving a speech, or if you are the teacher, or if you are the student. So I'm not going to get into all of them, but I'm going to talk about 12 possible meanings and then tell you what you can do to figure out which meaning applies to you and then what to do about it, because it is a message. Your subconscious wants you to know something, and it's using the symbolism of school to tell you what it is. Mostly dreams about school are dreams about your anxieties. Schools in dreams can often represent anxieties that we're feeling in our waking life. So for any dream, whenever you've had that dream, think about what was going on in your life 1 to 2 days before, maybe a week before, and that's what's showing up in your dreams, and that's what the messages are from your subconscious. That's what they apply to. The first thing it can mean is that you are having feelings of inadequacy. You're not feeling quite up to the task of whatever's happening in your waking life. And your dream consciousness is saying, this feels the same way as it does in school when you're not feeling quite ready for whatever's happening in school. Second, this can mean unresolved childhood insecurities. It could be a memory back to when you were in school and the childhood insecurities you had then that may be coming up in your present life today, in your waking life. So one thing to look at in the dream is, how old are you in the dream? Are you in elementary school? Are you in middle school, high school, college? That's referring to that time in your life. So what were insecurities that you had in that time in your life? That's kind of what might be coming up now. It's either things that you still feel insecure about, or it could be a message that you are going to use what you learned from that childhood insecurity when you kind of overcame it. You're learning it and using it now. Third is that it's a dream that is about anxieties around your abilities to handle things, your abilities to face things. A lot of times school dreams refer to things happening at work. And so if you feel anxious about your abilities in a work project or a work situation, that can often show up as a dream about school. Fourth, if you are already in school and you're dreaming about school, you're just dreaming about your daily life. And in this case, it may not be big anxieties, it may just be normal daily worries and anxieties. So if you're already in school and you're just dreaming about school, you're processing your day, you're processing the things that have been going on in your day. Still helpful though, look at what was going on 1 or 2 days before. Did something more intense happen at school? Was there a pop quiz? Was there a new project? Something like that. And then, or like right now, the start of school and you start dreaming of school. That's one of the reasons. Dreams about school are also about learning lessons. So in school you learn lessons, and maybe you're going through a time in your life where you're learning a lot of things. And sometimes it's like, do we ever stop learning? But we do. Sometimes we have an intense period of learning as we grow, and then other times we're not learning quite as much. We don't have a lot of lessons coming up. We're living our lives. But if you start to have dreams about school and you haven't had them in a while, start to look around at, am I learning lessons? Is there a lesson I'm learning in something that's going on? Again, in the past few days to a week, what's the lesson here? What can I learn? And it's just your subconscious saying, hey, pay attention. For number 6, if you dream that you're in a new school that you've never been to, and you know in the dream that you're new, that is about the fact that you are in a new situation in your waking life. Again, maybe a new job, maybe a new town, maybe a new relationship, maybe just a new project. But being new in school corresponds to, in your waking life, having something new happening. And again, wondering if you're up to the task, if you're going to be able to handle it. Also, a feeling of maybe being out of place. So a lot of times when you're new in a school, everybody has their groups, right? And you're new and you feel out of place. And maybe you feel that way in a new job or in a new relationship. You feel a little bit out of place, and so you're having this dream about school. Number 7 is similar to number 2. Number 7 is if you dream about your actual childhood school that you were at in real life as a child, then what that's telling you is that you're facing some situations in your current waking life that are reminding you of situations that are unresolved from that time of your childhood. This comes up a lot when we're in situations in relationships, or just as we kind of grow through life, we begin to get in a place where we are able to face issues and patterns, behavior patterns or thought patterns that we've had for a long time. And maybe those situations and patterns happen from something in our childhood. And so we have those dreams. So see if you recognize the school in your dream, and if you do, then the dream is referring back to that time in your life. An 8th reason that you might be dreaming about school is that you're not feeling prepared. You're feeling unprepared. You're feeling inadequate. And you might even have guilt about the fact that you don't feel prepared for something. Maybe there's a new thing that you have to do coming up, or you've just been dealing with the same project for a very long time, or the same situation in waking life, and you just like, I just don't feel prepared and I feel guilty about it. Or there's a new holiday coming up, or you're getting ready to go to travel or do something new. If you have a dream that you're in school, you may feel unprepared and you feel guilty that you didn't do your homework, you didn't prepare for this thing that you have to face. If you're getting value from any of these meanings, click the like button below so that more people can find out what it means when they dream that they're in school. Thank you for doing that. Number 9, if you're taking a test at school, that is all about feeling tested and also being scrutinized. That maybe in your waking life there's a situation where you feel like someone is watching and scrutinizing you, judging how you're doing, scoring you, seeing if you're going to pass this test that maybe they've put out there and it's not been said out loud that they're testing you, but they're kind of testing you, and you may be picking up on it, or you just feel like you're being tested, whether you are or not, but you feel like, I'm being tested at something and I'm not going to make the grade. I'm not quite getting there. It can also be about a future thing where you're worried, I'm not going to pass this test. I'm not going to do this thing that is put before me to do. And again, it's not telling you that you're gonna fail. It's telling you that you're worried that you're gonna fail. You're afraid you're gonna fail. Your subconscious is pointing out things that you're worried about, not things that are gonna come true. Number 10 takes this same idea again, but it talks about if you fail the test in your dream. Again, it doesn't mean you're going to fail at a task that you're trying to do. It means that you're feeling inadequate and you're afraid that you're going to fail at it, not that you really are. So these dreams about schools and tests are often, like I said at the beginning, about your anxieties around something in your waking life. What is it? Where are you feeling tested, or where do you feel like you're failing at something? That's what the dream is about. Number 11 is really cool because it is if you pass the test in the dream. Let's say you take a dream and you pass the test. It's actually your subconscious helping you visualize success. It's kind of a visualization exercise, a visualization dream that you are achieving success in whatever it is you're working at. And that's a really cool kind of dream to have, especially if you've been feeling discouraged. You might have that dream as an encouragement that, hey, you are going to do well. Just keep remembering this dream. Just keep envisioning. If you're already feeling confident about something that you're facing and you have a dream where you do pass a test, then it's underlining the fact that you are feeling confident and you're feeling good about this situation that you're facing. Number 12 is if you take the test and you fail, okay, so again, another one where you failed the test, that could be a message that you're not ready to move ahead, that you're feeling that you're not ready to take the next step, you're not ready to move a project forward. So in that case, you want to look at what's going on in the couple days before you had the dream. Is this something that you're worried about, succeeding at? Or, and you got to get really honest with yourself, is this something where you're just not ready to move forward? You're not ready to take the test. You truly are not ready. Earlier meanings are about feeling unprepared, feeling that you're not up to something, and maybe that's true and maybe it's not. So in this particular time, you want to ask, is it really true? Am I really not prepared? And if you're not prepared, can you get prepared? Do you even want to be prepared? And that brings us to, what do we do about these dreams? Dreams give us meanings, and they're our subconscious telling us things about ourselves. What do we do with that? So the thing to do is to get very quiet, look at what's been going on for you. This can be done by journaling. It can be done by talking to a friend. It can be done by just taking a walk or getting quiet or meditation or praying. But whatever way it is that you can get quiet and get honest with yourself and listen to what really resonates for you. That's how you know the meaning. And then what you do about it is you say, okay, thank you, subconscious, for pointing this out to me, that I don't feel prepared, or that I'm in a new situation and I'm having anxiety about it. Journal about that thing. Talk to, again, a friend, a therapist if you have one, a coach if you have one, a coworker, a family member, someone who is supportive, who can help you kind of work through the issues that are coming up in your dreams. Sometimes our anxieties, we do need the help of a psychologist or a therapist. Other anxieties are a little more run-of-the-mill, and we are just going to face them as they come up. But it is on us to deal with our anxiety. It is on us to feel our feelings, but also to take responsibility that we don't have to feel this way all the time. Our dreams are kind of giving us solutions. So if the dream is saying, I don't feel prepared, then it's a time for you to look at, okay, what can I do to feel prepared? Or do I acknowledge that I've done all the studying? I stayed up all night. I studied all that I could. I'm as ready as I can be, and I will do my best. Is that what we decide? Or do we decide, I didn't study enough and I have time to do some more studying. I'm speaking metaphorically. I didn't prepare enough, but I have time to prepare, and so I'm going to get more prepared. So look again, is the anxiety telling you something that's really true, or is it just your fears about something that will happen? If you have the school dream a lot, if you're always dreaming you're in school, but you're not really in school, then that might be something to think about is, oh, maybe I need to get some help or read a book on how to manage anxiety, or find a therapist on how to manage my anxieties if you're having a whole lot of school dreams. But if it's just one every once in a while, that's normal, that's common. Life is kind of anxiety producing, right? So we're all here trying to learn how to be less anxious. If you're interested in finding out what it means if you dream about falling, click the next video below, and thank you for watching this one.